Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. Well, it appears that Errol Spence is going to call Canelo's bluff. He's going to take Canelo to task. He says after he defeats Sean Porter, he said he's going to immediately call out Canelo, basically saying they could set it up for Cinco de Mayo 2020. Now, that's a risky fight for Errol Spence because, one, Errol Spence has never had a fight at 160. Now, I would be comfortable if they can find some common weight, or should I say common ground as far as the weight. If they're willing to do 157 or 156, I would be okay with Errol Spence taking that fight. Because I've seen Errol Spence in person. Errol Spence probably walks around at 170 right now, 175. But I don't like the idea of Errol Spence jumping up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo. And I just got a feeling that Canelo Nim is going to put stipulation after stipulation in the contract if Errol Spence calls his bluff. They're going to put all kind of weight clauses in there. They're going to put stipulation after stipulation. And if I'm Errol Spence, I should turn it down. I've already said this. I don't like Errol Spence taking that fight, because he hasn't had one real fight at 154. He hasn't had one fight at 160. And Canelo has already fought at 154. And we already know with Canelo, he's going to, like I said, put all kind of stipulations in the contract. He's going to try to either control Errol Spence's weight. He's going to do it. But the funny thing is, I'm interested to see what Canelo's gonna say if Errol Spence calls him out, and I want to see what Oscar gonna say. Now, Errol Spence is taking a big risk, because if Errol Spence loses this fight, and let's just say he loses badly, then pretty much the Crawford fight is potentially out the door, or it won't have the value that it would have had if these two men faced each other undefeated. I think it'll still be some interest, but it won't have the value that it would have had if they would have faced each other undefeated. I know Errol Spence's belts won't be on the line. You know, his belt won't be on the line, because let's just face the fact, most people believe he'll defeat Sean Porter, so he'll have 2 belts. So most people believe his belt won't be on the line. So unless they do him like how they did Guillermo Rigondeaux, where they basically took his belts away from him and he went up like 2 weight classes, man. But whatever, man. But if Errol Spence does take this fight, you know I gotta roll with Errol Spence, man. He your brother. Of course I'm rolling with Errol Spence. And as I said before, ain't nobody gonna make me feel guilty about it. I'm gonna tell you right now, the anticipation going into this fight is gonna be real testy. When I say this will be so testy on YouTube, when I say it'll be so much tension between, and I'm just keeping it honest. Don't try to sit up here in front. When I say the tension between the black and the brown going into this fight is gonna be tense, man. And then of course you know who gonna find a way to instigate. They're gonna try to insert their way into this and try to instigate. You know who I'm talking about. But it would be interesting. It would be very interesting, you know. I wonder what the betting odds would be. And Canelo and Errol Spence, I think, is about the same age. Errol Spence is like 20, 28, 27, 28, 29. Canelo's 27, 28, 29, somewhere in between. So it would be a very interesting fight. Because technically, Errol Spence is a little bit taller than Canelo, because Canelo is probably at best maybe 5'7", 5'8", being generous. Errol Spence is a legitimate 5'9". So we'll see. We will see. Anyway, this is your boy Town Biz. I'm out.